Just another one of those nights, I thought, sitting all alone on a bus stop bench at around 9:47 p.m. last Thursday. I had to catch my breath because of all the running I did, hoping to get to the last bus after working extra hours. The last bus usually arrives at 9:35 p.m. if not late, and that night, my hopes turned into reality when I saw its lights illuminating the stop. I watched it get close and could clearly read the number on its front screen, making me beam with relief. Upon entering, I greeted the driver who did not respond at all, and I found the vehicle completely empty. Never mind, I thought, and comfortably seated somewhere among the first rows. I got my phone and texted my colleague and friend Lizel. I will not assume everybody can read and understand our texting slang, so I will write it normally instead. Liz, I wrote, "Hey girl, please tell me you already in your Drive, the most popular rideshare app in our country." Lizel responded, "Those people will not pay for all the extra hours. You know it," she added. "No girl, I'm on the bus." I changed my mind hoping the last bus would be late, and it was. "Guess you caught the one before, right?" "The one before? Zora, where are you?" "Which last bus?" "The last bus, the RH08B7. You really making me type a full code. Girl, I got the last bus. I'm currently in the RH08B7. She texted back. "You lying," I replied, before she sent me a picture of a screen inside the bus she was on, clearly showing RH08B7. "Girl, stop messing with me," she wrote, before I sent her a picture of a screen inside the bus I was on, clearly showing the same number. "Girl, get off now," she replied. "Next stop for sure," I texted. "Look, let me call the cops or someone," she responded. After pressing the button indicating my will to get off at the next stop, I waited, trying to remain calm. When we were close to the stop, I rejoiced seeing two people waiting, probably hoping to get on the last bus if it was late, just like I did. The two persons even stood up, expecting the vehicle to slow down and stop, and so did I, making my way to the door. The bus did not stop. Both of them raised their arms and shouted, confused at what was happening. Hey, stop. Driver, stop," I yelled, banging on the locked door. I walked to him and could not even utter a word the moment I saw him. He had a mask, those smiling ones you see bank robbers wear in the movies. That was no good sign. I stood there a few seconds until I could speak again and asked, What you doing?" What else could I say? He remained silent, ignoring me. "Sir," I called, "I'll advise you to sit back down, madam. And don't you dare bang on my door again." He calmly replied. Waiting for him to reach his destination was the worst move I could make, so I tried to insist. "Just why are you doing this? Where are we going?" I asked. "Sit back down," he commanded. "And no," I let out on the verge of tears, while his only response was to pull out something from his left and carefully placed it on his lap. It was a gun. A gasp escaped from my mouth as I took a few steps back. "Look, I can give you all I have money on me, right?" I tried negotiating but stopped when his head slowly turned to me. "Are you looking down on me? Do I look hungry to you?" he asked, his voice slowly rising along with his growing anger, as he completely ignored the road. "Can't you see I have a job? A professional and competent driver like me?" he yelled. "Sit back down," he commanded again. That time I obeyed. While I made my way to the back of the bus, contemplating my options, he seemed to read my mind as he switched off the lights, attempting to prevent me from making signs to potential pedestrians. Unfortunately for him, I used my phone, and a few people saw me waving the lit screen like crazy inside the dark of the vehicle. I also soon noticed that no button on that bus actually worked. Suddenly, he accelerated and stopped, considering the lights, other motorists, and just everything. I soon heard the police sirens until 2 law enforcement cars came into view, chasing the bus. The vehicle then started swerving, unfortunately knocking cars out of its way as I tried to hold on to a seat. Tears covered my face as I expected the crazy driver to lose control, the vehicle to flip over, and both us to just die. Each time I saw cars on the side nearly crashing into the bus. At some point, I lost my grip on my phone and I tried to open a window, thinking of jumping off like in the movies. The windows were locked. "Don't worry, madam. We'll soon reach the terminal. Thank you for traveling with us, and remember, whatever your journey, you can count on us to drive you safely," he shouted joyfully. When we finally arrived at the terminal, he unlocked the door and dashed out, still chased by the police. I got rescued from one officer, and even though I had not sustained any injury, I already intended to take a well-deserved leave. But there you have it, the scariest thing that ever happened to me. At least up to now. The crazy thing is that he escaped and he is still out there, somewhere.